Hello, this is eBay seller iArt, I-A-R-T, and this is Inside Books. Today we're sharing an exciting book that many people might normally overlook. This is Skyways, a book of modern aeronautics by General William Mitchell, better known as Billy Mitchell. Most of us older folks know Billy Mitchell from the 1955 based on true events movie, The Court-Martial of Billy Mitchell, starring Gary Cooper. According to Hollywood legend, without Billy Mitchell's advocacy, we wouldn't have had an Army, Air Force, or aircraft carriers in World War II. This book is dated 1930, about a decade before World War II in Europe began, and it appears to be a first edition. This was published about 5 years after General Mitchell's court-martial and about 6 years before he died. Eventually, and mostly after his death, Billy Mitchell was recognized as an American patriot and military genius. President Franklin D. Roosevelt even promoted him to Major General, posthumously. So let's look inside this important book. Wow, look at that, an envelope! Could there be money inside? A plane ticket to Aruba? Fan mail? It looks kind of plain, but it does have something inside. A letter dated 1932 with a letterhead from Boxwood in Middleburg, Virginia, the farm where Mitchell retired in 1926. This letter is signed by Mabel Blackman, secretary to Billy Mitchell. There's very little information available about her online. But here's an excerpt from the book, A Question of Loyalty by Douglas C. Waller. Mabel Blackman, whom he'd brought from Washington and who spent most of her days answering hundreds of letters that poured in each week, and on it goes. Our letter reads, My dear Mr. Leto, enclosed is the card which General Mitchell has autographed for you. He is glad to know of your interest in aviation and that you enjoyed his book Skyways. With the best wishes of the General, yours very truly, Mabel Blackman, Secretary to General Mitchell. And as you probably guessed, there's also a small card signed and dated by Billy Mitchell included. I really like this lot here. It tells a little story. A fan buys Billy Mitchell's book and reads it, overwhelmed with a deep sense of patriotism and an even deeper sense of umbrage. He writes glowingly to Billy Mitchell. Mitchell's seriously overworked and most probably underpaid. Secretary whips off a nice note in return and includes Billy Mitchell's autograph. The fan is so overjoyed at his luck that he keeps the note and the autograph in the envelope and in the book until it found its way into our hands. It can be very hard to verify signatures without going through one of the expensive certifying agencies. But we feel very confident that this aged letter with the Boxwood letterhead, along with the very good likeness of other Mitchell autographs, are enough to prove that this was actually signed by Billy Mitchell. One added bonus, Mabel Blackman was an important secretary to Billy Mitchell, and her signature is much harder to find than his. I hope you'll check out our offerings on eBay. Our seller name is iArt, I-A-R-T, and we have thousands of great books for sale. Thanks for watching.